In this video, I'm going to show you how to create a paginated report. But before we explore a paginated report, let's see what a paginated report is. So I'm in Dynamics 365 Customer Service Hub application. I'm in the cases record. So these are the list of cases which has been created in my system. Now, if you see on the top bar, there is a button called as Run Report. Okay, so if I click on Run Report, some report gets shown over here. Now, it is categorized into run on selected records or run on all records. So that is one way of classification. So you can run the report on all the records within your application for cases or on selected record. Now I'll select one of the report and let's see what that report is all about. So it says you that use this record for all applicable record or all records on all pages in the current view. Okay, so here I haven't selected anything. I'll run it on all applicable record. Click on run report. Now, once that is done, it will show you a report. Now, let me put the page width as a selection criteria over here. It shows you basically all the cases for a particular owner. So owner is Girish, and what is the status? So the first horizontal group is Girish, first horizontal group is owner, and first vertical group is status reason. So this is how you get a nice looking paginated report. And if you have more record, it will span across multiple pages, and that's why it's called as a paginated report. Now I can add a second horizontal group. If I say horizontal group is maybe case type, okay, and vertical group is maybe customer, okay. Now if I do that, I can click on view report, and then based on the filter criteria, it will show me all the information, okay. So this is how you get to know various matrix kind of a report which gets presented to you. So this is basically called as a paginated report, okay. Now if you want to see other reports, you can go here, click on run report, and you can say that, okay, I want to see all the say neglected cases or top knowledge base article, or I want to see all the activities, okay. So this is how you click on it, and then you can navigate this to that report. But how do we create those report? Okay, so there are multiple ways to create a report, but I'll only show you one way. So one is like you need to go into make.powerapps.com, select the right environment, and from here you need to create a solution. Okay, so let me create one solution called as say 10 Feb 2024. Okay, now select the publisher. I'll click on create. Now, from here, what we can do is we will create a report. Now, I'll click on new, okay, and if I go to more, other, now I can see report over here, but I'm just showing you what all things we can do in that report perspective. And why I'm showing you this part is because you need to see all the items which are available within the solution part. Now, why this is important is because you might get a different kind of requirement. Okay. Now, here you will see something called as a report. Here you will see a dashboard. You'll see a chart. So all this component, it is very essential to understand that if it is not available within your solution import process, then that may not be directly imported into the different environment. Okay, so it is very essential that you explore all this component and then decide what component you need to build. Okay, now in our case, what you need to do is like click on new, you click on report. Okay, and once you click on new report, then it takes you to the old interface whereby here you can start drafting your own reports. Okay, now don't fill name description over here. Okay, I'll come to this section, but what you need to do is like click on report visit. Okay, so if I click on report visit, it will again ask you for the name, description, and then here you can put in all those the information. So I'll say select the starting point, start a new report. I'll click on next, and I'll say report name is Girish all cases. Okay, and some lorem description. So this is the description. And then you need to select the primary record type and related record type. Primary record type is mandatory, so we will be reporting on cases. Okay, so there should be a table called as cases. So here it is, select that. Related record type, it all depends on the relationship which cases has been created with. So there is a case resolution, case enrichment, appointment activities, incidents, IoT alerts, notes, and all those things. But I'm not going to demonstrate it now. I'll click on next. And now here you need to set up the reporting filter criteria. So first and foremost, you need to select a view. Okay. Now, which view do you want to create a report on? Do you want to create a report on active cases or all cases or enhanced active cases? Let's take all cases because all the record comes in this view. Okay. And then we need to put up some criteria. We will just say if the case, so here we can put various criteria. We can say that if the case status is active or if the entitlement is something, we can display those record. If origin is email or if origin is Facebook, then show me the record. But I'm not going to put any condition over here. Let me get all the records. Click on next. And then here, now this is a bit confusing. If you are first time here, you may get confused. The first part, it says that click here to add a grouping, click here to add a column. Okay, so first focus on the column part. What all column you want as a part of this application report? Now here I want case title. Yes, 100 pixel or maybe 125 pixel will suffice. I'll click on OK. Then I'll click here again. Click here to add another column. Here I'll say I want to know the case or maybe origin. Okay, so say origin, and I'll add one more, and then you can, like depending on your requirement, you can add multiple columns over there. So we will be adding, say maybe customer. Okay, and column width I'll just pick 75 pixels and click on OK. Now this is my basic table: case title, origin, and customer. Now if I want to group this based on some criteria, I need to click over here. Click here to add a grouping. Okay. Now here I'll say I want to group by case stage maybe. Okay. Sort order is ascending, column width is 100 pixels, summary type, maybe count. Okay. And click on OK. Now if I want to remove this column, I can click here on customer. Okay, and I can click on remove column or grouping. Okay, so I removed the customer column. Now let me add it back again. And here I can remove the grouping as well, or I can do multiple groupings. Okay, so I'll just leave it as it is. This is the layout, how you navigate, and from here you can actually navigate to various items. Okay, so I can navigate up and down, I can navigate left and right, and then I can run this command. Okay, so now here, what I've done is like I've put customer below over here. Let me put customer again back to its position, case stage, and I'll click on next. The moment I do that, it will give me an option to whether to create a table only or chart and table. Now, chart and table will only be selected if you select some numeric column. Now, we haven't selected any specific numeric column like service units or something. If that had been created, then I could have selected chart and table. But for simple demonstration purpose, I'll just select table only. I'll click on next, and then it will give me the summary. It says report name is this, report description is this, and I'll click on next, and then the report will get generated. Okay. Now, once this report is successfully created, you need to display this report correctly. Okay. So here again, we have come back to the same screen. Remember, we didn't fill this. It was coming from report wizard. Now we can specify the category of this report. Okay, whether it's a sales report or service report or marketing report, so that it helps in navigating the report correctly. So I'll click on service reports. Okay, now this is not mandatory, but you can still do that. Where you want to display, do you want to display in forms, lists, or report area? Okay, I'll select it all, and that's why it is showing you in all. Now what do you mean by selecting forms? Like once you open the form, you can run this report. List means when you see it in a list view, you can run that report. Reports area is a specific dedicated area whereby this reports can be viewed. Okay, all set. What I'm going to do, I'll click on save, and it is saved. Now I'll run the report just to see how this report looks like. So it will open it in a new window, and this is how your actual report will look like. And this is how the report looks like. So if I go to page, whole page of it, so maybe page width, it has case stage, case title, origin, and customer. Now case stage, I don't have any case stage record, and that's why it is not grouping by. But if I had, then it would have grouped it correctly. Now here I can see the title, origin, and customer. If I go ahead over here, I can select the filter, and then I can add some more filter criteria. I can say if I want to see if case age is uh, maybe contains data, okay, and I can run the report. Then it will again run the report and it will show you some record. Okay, so like that I can change the criteria, and I can see the filter, what filter is getting applied. It says case age contains data. This is a filter which is getting applied. What are the other things I can do? I can export this report to Word, Excel, PowerPoint, PDF. I'll do it PDF. Okay, and then it will download that PDF, and then you can utilize those PDF. So if I open this file, so this is how the PDF file will look like. Okay, so you can do an export as well. Okay, now these are some of the reports which was created earlier. Okay, now let me go back to the cases list over here again, and if I click on refresh, and if I get to run report, then you can see the report which we have just created appear over here in Girish all cases. Now remember, this is a list view. This is where all the listing of the cases happens, and that's why you're able to see this report. Now what if I go inside a record? Now I'm inside a record, a form is being presented to me. Now from here, uh, you will find a report section as well. Okay, so you're into the context of a record. So if you select this three dots, here you will see run report. And remember, like we selected that if you are in a form view, then also show the report, and that's why it is showing you over here. So this is also one way to navigate to that report. And if I click on Girish all cases, then it will start asking you some questions based on the requirement. Now we have just given them one record, and it is showing you that one record. Okay, so this record related report. Now here you get to see only one record, but if you go in cases, and now here if you run that same report, then you should see five records, four or five records. Yeah. So yes, I can see five records, and that's the difference. Like whether you're in the context of a list view or whether you're in a context of that specific record, it will generate the report accordingly. So it all depends on your requirement. How do you want to execute that? So that's it, folks. This is how you basically utilize reports. Now remember, we created a solution over here. Now in this solution, we have created one report. Okay, and that report was created over here, called as Girish all cases. Now remember, if you already has created a report, you can add those report by using add existing report. You click on report, and then to list down all the report which has been created within your system. So I've created this G report backend. Okay, now I can add this report as a part of the solution, and then I can use that solution to export the solution into a different environment. Okay, so that means all the reports are solution aware, and you can utilize those in the ALM process for migrating the record from dev to stage to prod. Okay, so that's it, folks. This is all about creating reports. Thanks for watching.